Hi, I'm Bob. Welcome back to our tutorial on solving the exercises for the textbook Microeconomics Theory and Applications with Calculus, the 5th edition by Professor Jeffrey Perloff. In this section, we will continue addressing the questions about the Cournot model. Today is the Lunar New Year's Eve, and I wish you a prosperous and joyful New Year with happiness, good health, and love. 恭喜發財，大吉大利。His exercise 3.4. From June 2017 to June 2018, the price of jet fuel jumped 33%. In Part A, based on the general Cournot model, use calculus to show how much a marginal change in the marginal cost M affects the equilibrium price. Suppose n oligopoly firms provide homogeneous service, face a linear market demand P equals A minus B times Q, and have a constant marginal cost of M. In the last exercise, we have derived the Nash-Cournot equilibrium output of each firm and the equilibrium market price. They are functions of the parameters A, M, and N. The partial derivative of P star with respect to M indicates that, holding other factors constant, if marginal cost M increases by $1, the Nash-Cournot equilibrium price will increase by N over N plus $1. For example, if there were 3 oligopoly firms in the market, then N over N plus 1 equals 3 over 4. As marginal cost M increases by $1, the equilibrium price increases by $0.75. In Part B, the fuel cost was about 23% of airlines' costs. Calculate how much a 1/3 increase in fuel costs would have affected the equilibrium price in the airline model in this chapter. Why did prices rise less than in proportion to per passenger per day cost? A 1/3 increase in fuel costs translates to a 7.67% increase in the marginal cost. The increase in the equilibrium price will be multiplied by N over N plus 1. For a case with 3 firms, the price will increase by 5.75%. From the partial derivative of the equilibrium price with respect to marginal cost, we know that the price change is less than the cost change. Let's solve exercise 3.5. In a Nash-Cournot equilibrium, each of the n firms faces a constant marginal cost, M. The inverse market demand function is P equals A minus B times Q, and the government assesses a specific tax of tau per unit. What is the incidence of this tax on consumers? We can find the incidence of the tax on consumers in 2 steps. In the first step, we derive the Nash-Cournot equilibrium price using the best response functions. In the second step, we determine how the tax affects the price. Suppose the inverse demand function is P equals A minus B times Q, where the market output Q is the sum of each firm's output. Firm 1's revenue R1 equals price P times quantity Q1. We then write Firm 1's marginal revenue MR1. We also know the firm's effective marginal cost. Notice that the firm's effective marginal cost is the sum of its marginal cost M plus the per unit tax tau. The oligopoly firms operate like a monopoly facing its residual demand. The first-order condition for its profit maximization is marginal revenue equals marginal cost. The first-order condition, equation 1, is indeed the best response function for firm 1. We can write Q1 in terms of Q2, Q3 to Qn if you want. By symmetry, each firm's Cournot equilibrium quantity is the same. So the best response function becomes an equation with only one unknown variable, Q star. We can obtain Q star. Substituting Q star into the inverse demand function gives the Cournot equilibrium price P star. Both Cournot equilibrium quantity and price are functions of parameters A, B, M, N, and tau. Next, we find out how the tax tau affects the equilibrium price. The partial derivative of P star with respect to tau equals n over n plus 1. This is the incidence of the tax on consumers. If a $1 tax is imposed, the price will increase by n over n plus $1. For example, if there were 2 firms in the market, the tax incidence will be 2/3, or the share of the tax on consumers will be 2/3. Let's tackle exercise 3.6. Your college is considering renting space in the student union to 1 or 2 commercial textbook stores. The rent the college can charge per square foot of space depends on the profit of the firms and hence on the number of firms. Which number of stores is better for the college in terms of rent? Which is better for students? Why? Since the rent depends on the profit, the market structure that can create the most profit will bring the highest rent. Monopoly makes more profit than any other market structure. We can also think of it using calculus. From previous exercises, we have the oligopoly quantity and price for n firms that produce homogeneous products, have a constant marginal cost m, and face a linear demand curve. We can calculate the firm's profit pi star. The partial derivative of pi star with respect to the number of firms n is negative. This implies that a monopoly firm can bring the highest profit and hence the highest rent. The partial derivative of the equilibrium price with respect to the number of stores is also negative. More stores lead to a lower price, so students welcome more stores. Thank you for watching this video and working through the exercises with me today. May the Lunar New Year bring you good luck, great fortune, and happiness. See you soon. Thank you for watching this video and subscribing to my YouTube channel. See you next time.